I spend every day trying to find creative ways to be able to take knowledge that very few people have and scale that to the masses, to be able to help them understand some of the broader as well as detailed concepts of, in this case, AI companion. Is difficult because we have so much being thrown at us. We're bombarded with data and info and decisions every single day. And not only learning it is a challenge, but retaining it is next to impossible. I love just-in-time training because it gives you what you want, when you want it, and how you want to see it in. And it doesn't overwhelm you with information that's just not relevant in your particular role. You can now do that easily with Zoom Custom AI Companion. Let me show you an example of it. So inside of the admin portal, if we go into AI Studio and down to knowledge, what's happening now is we're going to actually look at knowledge collections we've created in the system. So we'll look at one called the ABC 1000. Now, this is just a product spec sheet. It's a maybe 7 or 8 page detailed product information about the ABC 1000, a fake hologram technology that I made up. Now, from here, I can upload additional files, but I can publish this and test it as well. So let's test it. For example, right inside the system, I can ask a question like, what are the specifications of the ABC 1000? And ultimately, it will get to work in terms of extracting out information that's contained within that 8-9 page document and provide it to me in the format that I likely want to see it in. And this is a really good example. So let me show you an example of creating a new one. Or actually, let's walk through that experience inside the application. So here I can click on the plus sign, which now gives you access in the side panel of AI Companion to apps and collections. And you can see here I have the ability to click on the one that we had already created, the ABC 1000 product launch. And I can type that same question. What are the specifications of the ABC 1000? Now, the benefit is, again, we take a 9-page document and get rid of everything that the employee doesn't necessarily need at this point. We're giving them only what they need, when they need it, and how they need it. Now, I really like this output, but it's a bit detailed. And of course, you can modify that with the prompt that you're putting in. Now, let me show you how to create a new one. So inside of the AI Studio, again, we're going to click on Knowledge, and we'll click on Create Collection. Now, we're going to name this the ABC 2000, a new product, right? New hologram tech. And then we can choose who we want to have given access to. Now, likely when you're creating this initially, you're going to have this be a smaller test group of users. But again, it's not going to be published until after you've had a chance to test it, so we'll leave it for the entire organization just for now. Now, here is where I'd start uploading files. So from here, I can click on the ABC 2000 PDF, and it quickly goes to work. Now, what's happening now is the system is indexing that particular document. It's taking it, breaking it down in sections, consuming it, and being able to, of course, identify categories, topics, subjects that need to be referenced. And you can see that's pretty quickly. I can continue to upload additional files, but for the sake of this video, we'll just go ahead and test it with that one file. I could have 5, 7, 10 documents in there. What are the specifications of the ABC 2000? And it'll be able to help me understand, again, what those specs against the 2000. Now, I could have just as easily put the ABC 2000 spec sheet and the ABC 1000 spec sheet all in the same knowledge collection, or I can keep them separate. It's really entirely up to you. Now, let's go ahead and publish this. And again, we'll make it available to everybody in the account. And likely you would go through more testing before actually deploying this. And you can now see the ABC 2000 in addition to the ABC 1000. So what does that look like in the user experience? So you can see first and foremost, a red dot appears, just indicating that something is new. So I can click on that and I can see the ABC 2000 now listed as with a new badge on that. And again, I can click on it and I can type that question. But maybe even better would be the ability to reference multiple knowledge collections. So click the plus sign, I'll add in the ABC 1000, and I'll ask what are the key differences of the ABC 1000 versus the ABC 2000. And AI Companion quickly gets to work, custom AI Companion, I should say, quickly gets to work to be able to analyze both of those knowledge collections, benefited from the indexing that was done when we uploaded the file, and it's quickly going through the process of creating a side-by-side or a comparison of each of sort of the key differences, key components of each of these two products. What I actually love about this is when I ran through this in a test, it gave it to me in a paragraph form, and now it's given it to me in these bullets and sub-bullets, which I like, but let's maybe dissect it a little bit better. Let's say, I like this, but can you recreate it in a table showing the two products side by side, right? Something to that extent. And ultimately, AI Companion, with all the access to this data from custom AI Companion, will allow you to be able to analyze those two documents, extract out what you want, again, when you want it, and then even provide it to you in a table format the way you want to see it in. Now, this is pretty impressive in itself. Maybe we want to actually save this. So let's go in here, click the three buttons, and I'll click on Create a Doc. It'll verify what I want to create. We'll go ahead and create it, and it'll pull it over into the side panel, allow me to do some editing. So let's call this the ABC 1000 versus 2000. And I can click on the share button. I can either change it to anyone who has the link. I can modify their access as an editor, commenter, or viewer. Let's just leave them as a commenter. And then I can copy that link and share it with my customer. But maybe that's not enough, right? Maybe we need to use this information to introduce the idea of this comparison. So let's click on the help me write a sales message that I can send to the prospect, and be brief and write it as an executive briefing. So we want to create a message using the information contained from these quick resources that we've had from the collection, the knowledge collection. And now here we go. We've got our email that we can simply just copy and paste, drop it into a email, get it out, or a chat message, get it out to our prospect, attach this document if I wish to do so. And I just did that in a matter of just a few moments. I hope this helps you understand how you can easily take knowledge or content within your organization and scale that knowledge, not just through training, right? A lot of times we resort just to training. Not everything needs to be a training, right? But it can be designed in a way to intelligently utilize the information just in time by giving the user exactly what they want, when they want it, and in the format that they want it in.